Shanghai event in December of last year, so almost half a year ago.
So why'd you guys decide to do like Shanghai?
Great question. A multitude of reasons. We obviously have a lot of players in China, and this is actually going to be the first stop of a lot of global events that we look to do in the next couple of years. And Shanghai just seemed like a natural fit to do our first inaugural All-Star game. So we're looking forward to it.
Yeah, you have like the Chinese League of Legends Pro League that just started this year. It's really gaining a lot of traction, and you have a lot of like the really famous and popular teams like Team WE. A lot of those teams have pro houses here. So Shanghai is almost like the center of esports for China. So it really makes sense for us to be in Shanghai in particular.
And another cool thing that we haven't really seen is there's kind of home court advantage right now. So before, people are playing at kind of neutral fields, and now we get to see a China versus U.S. match in the heart of Shanghai. I think the fans are going to be pretty biased one way.
Yeah.
And we'll see how the North American crowd or players react to that. You know, it's going to be players tend to kind of feed off of the energy of the fans cheering for them, and it'll be interesting to see how that plays out.
I mean, we really allowed the teams to naturally come together and form their own strategy. I believe North American All-Stars, they went to Vegas at the Curse House there, and they practiced. And I know that the Chinese teams have been scrimming some of the other LPL teams. So it's really up to them to decide how much they wanted to invest into it. So I think it won't be what you expect. It's going to be a lot closer than most people think. I know a lot of people are coming into this with the impression of, China's going to smash North America and Korea's going to crush Europe. But I think that like the actual individual level of skill is very consistent across all the regions, and it's really going to come down to, I think, how much effort these teams have put into preparing because League of Legends is such a team-oriented game. You could take 5 of the best players, which is kind of what we did, right, and put them onto a team. If they don't spend time working together, really finding that sort of synergy and sort of strategizing, then I think you're going to see some surprises.
Yeah, the map that was designed kind of for the All-Star game was another nod to other pro sports. It's similar to a home run derby or to a 3-point NBA shootout. So it was designed for the All-Star game. We're going to see how fans like it, and it's going to be interesting to see these pros kind of compete 1v1 to see who really is the best player in the world.
It'll be almost kind of similar to the 1v1 Cells Wicked thing that you talked about, where you'll have jungle on jungle, top on top, mid on mid, and then you also have the 2v2 skills competition, and it'll just be a fun thing to see. Kind of like the League of Legends is still down to its purest form. Obviously, it's a team game, but it's also kind of fun. If you say 1v1 me, bro, now you're gonna actually be able to see that happen.
What's been kind of driving our esport vision is looking to other traditional sports like a basketball or football, and kind of cherry picking what we've seen worked well in those sports and applying them to League of Legends. That's been a lot of the inspiration for our league setup, for how the structure is going for our kind of global leagues that are operating kind of independently of one another. And the All-Star game is a very cool nod to our fans to show this international competition at the highest level. People have kind of homegrown heroes that are representing their regions, and now they're all coming together to kind of form powerhouse teams of awesome that are going to kind of represent their territories.
It's really just a celebration of professional League of Legends, and just love the fact that we did this whole fan voting and over 45 million votes cast around the world, and you have someone like Messiah who has more votes than anyone, and now he understands the pressure is under to really represent his region and represent China well. So I think you're going to see just a lot of it's really dawned on these pros that they truly are sort of avatars for all the fans out there. It's very cool.
It's also wild is Messiah, who's the top vote getter, had 4.5 million votes. Yeah. And to put that into some context, Kobe Bryant had about 1 million votes for the NBA All-Star team.
Yeah.
And so seeing those kind of numbers from our fans is just something that continues to kind of just awestruck us.
I think that we had gut feeling that this could be something large, but really it's just been the reaction from the community has always really outpaced our expectations, and that's obviously driven us to do this and go bigger and go better. So you could see from the people watching streamers and from watching some of the other events that there was an appetite for it, but really the response to the new leagues out there and to these like major events have just been tremendous.
I mean, these guys are truly living the dream. They're getting paid a lot of money to play video games at a professional level in front of tens of thousands of live fans and millions of people online. And this is a dream come true for a lot of them. And it's really re-energized and refocused these guys' efforts and dedication into the game. They're competing at the highest level we've ever seen across the globe, and everyone's kind of hungry to be the next world champion, and that's what it's all about. I mean, this All-Star game has ramifications on the World Championship and how many bursts are going to be in each region, and these guys are taking it really seriously. As Wayman mentioned, the North American team trained for an entire week doing a boot camp to level up their game and get on the same page from a strategy perspective. So they're embracing it. This will be an annual event, and I think we're going to start doing more and more big global events like this because we want to reach all of our fans all across the globe.